Well, this is a Doom clip, so obviously it's from the perspective of Doom.
Pay, and Andy Worski, who of course had the Kino Casino now. That's kind of it's very funny because it's like that's what they're famous for, but in my mental timeline, that's kind of like a recent thing. Um, Before Kino Casino, PPP was like the second fiddle alongside Godwinson in terms, and all they did. It's so hard to explain what PPP was before Kino Casino. Him and Godwinson were like a ragtag group of like Omega A-logs. They were like omnidirectional A-logs. They A-logged everybody equally and tried to cause as many problems for as many people as humanly possible. And they had this way of, I discussed this during the Coach Red Pill stream, but to kind of summarize, they had this philosophy called the Kino Dogma, or some people complain and said it's dog me, but whatever. I think it's dogma. The Kino Dogma 2007, which was that you always film yourself as a YouTuber would in 2007. So you have to use like a shitty webcam. You have to record yourself with just your phone or something. You can never use OBS. You can screen record by holding your camera up to your screen, but you can never use your computer directly. It's shit like that. And so it was like these very esoteric. They even called it esoteric. That was their word for it. They called them esoteric videos, where they just like shit on internet personalities and they uploaded it to like 8 million different YouTube channels. And then for whatever reason, sometime after I started doing my podcast, and I think sometime after Jim stopped doing regular streams, because there was a period of time where he was doing streams like every Sunday, I want to say. PPP decided to start up the Kino Casino with Andy Worski. It was after PPP had a breakup with Surfer and Godwinson, even, I want to say. And then PPP was on his own, so he hooked up with Andy Worski and they started doing Kino Casino together. But before then, PPP was a very long-running character in the sector, and also this extremely weird figure who didn't really fall into any category. But since he started doing Kino Casino, he has been basically a fixture, and he's normalized quite a bit in terms of how he broadcasts. He's very in line with what you would expect. Andy Worski is the opposite. Andy Worski has always done very normal podcast stuff in different forms, and he has had tremendous burnouts again and again for over a decade. And you'll continually hear his name because he's brought up a lot because he was present for really, really weird shit that happened that was like high profile internet drama shit for like the last decade. So he caught another, I say a second win, but it's not a second win, it's like an eighth win for him. He's been all over in terms of like ups and downs. Because he obviously he very publicly has had substance abuse issues, but he also kind of like stabilized with PPP on the Kino Casino. But he had a falling out with, I want to say that this whole thing comes from a pay-pig called Metachromasochist, who very famous. Metachromasochist is really famous in terms of people who watch Kino Casino because he was like apparently like their biggest pay-pig, and on their show, whenever you give them a bunch of money, they like shout your name out. They say Metachromasochist for $50. And he always gives $50, and they always say it the exact same fucking way. And they say, let's go, and they like scream and shit. So that was like a fixture of the stream for a very long time. And apparently, I think if you add it all up, it's like $24,000 that he's given them over all the streams they've done. It was like an incredible amount of money. But then they had a falling out. But they also, before they had a falling out, they had they met up in Vegas. And this is the point of contention, is that when they went to Vegas, they did things. And the things that they did have a big question mark over them. But some people like to pursue that as a point of drama. So I'll just read the bullet points now that I've explained everything except what's right in front of me on the screen. And before I even read it, one more thing. The same stream on Friday, I want to say, it was Tuesday, I think, even. Where I was trying to get my stream started and failed miserably. I somehow thought, people were like, okay, I guess we're going to watch Kino Casino today because Josh can't get his fucking stream to work. Um, I thought I was having a bad day, and then Andy Worski's Twitter account got hijacked, and the guy that did it basically outed all this fucking internet drama and tried to derail their stream. So they had a little bit worse, I would even say. But one from Cringestorian X, he's been around for a while, but he re-registered at some point. Andy had a meltdown at the beginning of their vacation at 6 in the morning about Liana, who is his girlfriend or ex-girlfriend. Might be cheating on him. This is after a month in the relationship. This comes from Iron Wolf, I think. So I was wrong. It was not Metachromaticus who did the drama. It was Iron Wolf, who was another pig. Someone in chat, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know this. PPB has to sleep on 2 beds by himself. I mean, if you can, I would too. I haven't had a king-size bed in a long time. I would take a king-size bed. Andy cheated on Leanna with black hookers. That part's important. Andy and the Pay Pigs have some kind of ditty party with the black hookers. Iron said he didn't participate and sat in his own room. PPP also did not participate with the black hookers, but he did stay in the same room and watch the whole thing. A Pay Pig could not finish it with the hooker. I think that's supposed to be Metachromaticus. Or maybe not. Couldn't finish it with the hooker since he's a virgin. Iron said he was bored on the phone the whole time, so Andy had to come save the Pay Pig by pushing him from the back. What the fuck? I guess like manually motorizing the virgin to thrust. I mean, that's quite nice. That's a very helpful. It's like I don't believe that just because it doesn't make sense in my head. I'm trying to like, okay, you're having sex with a black hooker. I'm gonna assume a missionary because that's the easiest position, right? And then Andy Wars, he's gonna be like, "Hey, bud," and then get like right behind you. Let me help you out, and he grabs you by your hips, and it's like manually. This is how you do it. This is how you do it. And he's like doing like Pilates or something with your hips. It doesn't. It's like that's too weird. No, nobody would allow that. Metachromaticus lost a $20 poker game and spent 3 hours sulking about it in his room. Ashton sold $300 worth of casino chips from Metachromaticus. I mean, that's just base. That's what it's there for. Annie brought up the sector-related discussion during the Vegas trip, while PPP brought up Surfer. Metachromaticus was uncomfortable hearing words like faggot, autistic, and neighbor. Iron says he's a liberal. Metachromaticus refused to give his ID while checking to the resort and told the receptionist that he and others just met from online under an alias name, but everybody actually knew each other by the real name. Andy brought up the time Jaden cried while on the call with him and PPP during the vacation. I don't know what the deal is with that. I know that Jaden, I think it's Jaden McNeil, is the ex-Groiper second in command. I want to say that he was Nick Fuentes' favorite boy from the Groipers, and he was like the treasurer for the America First group. But then he flipped on America First, and is the reason why Nick is known as a cum hunter. I cannot remember why he flipped. I can't remember what the actual impetus for that was, but he's been a fixture on the Kino Casino, I'm pretty sure. Andy paid $5,000 to work on some kind of water physic for his game that he never uses. A pay pig named Psycho Gunner, aka Beezer, lost his job, and Andy banned people who told him to cool it off with the donations. I can believe that. Andy banned 20 to 30 people from his PayPix server because they made fun of him after the Salt Poppy fight. I can kind of believe that. And Iron says Andy was crying while on the call with his PayPigs. I don't believe that because someone would have recorded it. Ashton has a secret girlfriend that's living with him. Andy told Iron she's built like a potato. Vouch, GF type of body. Editor note, someone made to do an edit of that famous Vouch, but with Ashton's. I guess I can believe that. I don't think that Andy would shit talk his girlfriend, though. That doesn't sound right. Like, when I worked at the Whataburger, I had a friend who had a long-term girlfriend, and she was just the worst person ever. Like, she was psychotically possessive. I would only meet him once every couple months, but when I did, she would throw a bitch fit, like full-on fucking psycho meltdown literally every single time I visited. Like, would cry, cause a scene, beg for attention, try to pry us apart, like literally every time. It was the most like pathetic, disgusting shit I've ever fucking seen in person. I just awful, just an awful person to be around. And even then, I don't think I would have shit talked her openly to like random fucking people. And again, I don't know. I don't know Andy. The black hookers is just weird though. Like if you're gonna hire hookers, I say I just don't believe that because it's like if you're gonna hire hookers, if you're at Vegas and you have a pay pig there giving you thousands of dollars to be there, why the fuck would you get black hookers if you're gonna fuck hookers? It just like breaks my suspension of disbelief. It's like saying that you're having like a Diddy party and then you roll up with the whippets. Like if you're at a Diddy party, you're not gonna be doing whippets. You're not doing no fucking galaxy gas at the Diddy party. You're gonna be doing cocaine. You're gonna be having a nice high with a quality drug. Not gonna be doing fucking galaxy gas. That's my thought on that. Let me ask the chat. I've not done a poll. Some people opine that les base conservatards would have sex with black hookers to satisfy their weird interracial fascination. Maybe I'm just coping, chat. Maybe I don't want to believe it. Kyler, I don't know who the fuck that is, posted a leaked screenshot from June 2023. Medicare masochist with $24,000 on Worski and PPP's Vegas trip. Oh, just on the Vegas trip. So not even on the streams. That was just the number for the Vegas trip. All these allegations are Voluski are on booze occur 5 months before his presence of sobriety arc, but his drop is Kino. So this is the screenshot. Worski says, same brother, I'm feeling really sick right now. Captain Morgan says, I went over my bills. Final tally is about $23,630. Worski goes, dear God, bro, holy buddy, I don't know how to thank you, man. Captain Morgan says, I just hope everyone had a great time. Worski says, unironically the best weekend of my life. You guys are incredible. Leanna, his girlfriend, I don't know if she is still his girlfriend, but Leanna F5's, and she fucked up because this is her verified account. Says, the funniest part about this is Iron saying other people fucked the hookers when he was the one fucking the hookers. So she actually inadvertently confirmed before anyone knew anything, and this was just Iron saying whatever the fuck he wanted. She comes out and says, oh yeah, there were black hookers at the Vegas party. Okay, bro. Probably not the best thing to say when your boyfriend's being harassed by fucking internet weirdos over this shit, but you don't let me tell you how to live. Problem woman moment. Oh no. I mean, literally speaking, yes, it is a woman moment. You're right. Okay, so I think this is the guy trying to give pay some trouble. Okay, because Ricada Law obviously says, wait, PPP and Worski are completely dishonest morality hucksters? No kidding? No fat people allowed in my degeneracy. Ew. PPP says, give me a fucking break, pal. Your daughter, who is 9, tested positive for cocaine, Nick. It's not my fault. You're stupider than Cokeski and actually got busted for coke. Imagine. That is funny. Andy Worski, notorious cokehead who got high on coke and pointed a gun at somebody. Never got charged with cocaine possession, but Ricada has. You know, Andy Worski has been called stupid, and sometimes when you listen to him talk, you have to wonder. But a guy famously once said, "Stupid is as stupid does." Nick Ricada. Maybe you ought to concern yourself with that plea on Tuesday, guilty, and then the body cam. Tom Mad Rhetoric says, wasn't your raucous Vegas party more than a year ago? You guys also don't have the same level of responsibility as a married lawyer with 5 homeschooled kids. Pepe Pe says, I would add that our show's success this year has been based on sobriety, and that the reason for it is some of the setbacks we had in 2023 with booze and vice. We don't try to cope like Ricada, that there have never been problems in the past, but the show is winning for a reason. Kerman says, so the Vegas trip was so bad, you both decided to clean up your act. PvP says, I would genuinely say that the whole situation is pretty typical for a party in Las Vegas and not really that crazy. I would say it was a mix of a few degenerate times that year, seeing how much better and how much more money the show has made while we were. Well, money is a good incentivizer. Anyway, okay, so Medicare Masochist has then since thusly been disavowed. because it was found out that he is a Coomer. I think the Alogs found out that he has subscribed to a dojin called Otoko Noko, which I know the meaning of. It means daughter boy, or daughter son, or something. And I know that because there's Otokonoko Pharmaceuticals that Queen Cathal has loudly and proudly advocated that his followers on Twitch go get bootleg estrogen from. So, big breast anal solo male Shotacon, Futanari, Femdom, cross-dressing multi-work series, Tom girl sweating twin tails, dick girl on male, soul dick girl feminization. Meet Medicare Masochist. I guess that's him. Bro, hold up. I'm sorry, that is just like, it's just like a fucking dead ringer of this. Hold up. Like, look, okay, I'm not usually the one, but his hair. What the fuck is up with your hair, bro? Why do you look like that? Why is your hair like that? Is it just? Did you literally just walk into a barber and say, "Just fuck my shit up"? It's like, what the fuck else? How does that happen? So Perspicacity is a former Kino Casino pay pig and like volunteer writers room guy, and then he's shamefully with nobody else to pay pig to, now pay pigs to Ethan fucking Ralph. And when Iron Wolf, or whatever his name is, published the hooker thing, he took his chance to strike. He's been sitting on these logs for years, waiting for the perfect moment to drive the knife into Pay and Andy Worski, ending them and faithfully serving his lord, Ethan Oliver Ralph, as the King Snake. So let's read these logs. There's only one log that I'm aware of that I've read before from this, so I don't know how funny these can be. PPP says, Ralph's felting us on the Sunrise Boys. Ralph got me and the boys not able to run OBS is more embarrassing than anything in Ralph's life. He was dabbing on me for OBS. Now he's talking about Jesse's dead brother. I wanted to cool your brother off in hell with my piss. Ralph is so based. We can't keep him down. This is obviously like a joke. It's kind of weird to publish this and be like, haha, I got you, because it's just like, who the fuck cares? 40 years ago. 3. Sorry, can't count. I really do consider just going full grift mode, DSP God mode, because I actually despise everyone online now, and I think they should be treated as the animals they are. Take the Daddy Jim pill, and all is well. That's based. There are people out there who are effectively livestock. They deserve to be eaten. I've come to this realization as well. None of you guys, though. You guys are real human beings. You have souls. You're not like mud monsters made of clay that don't exist, that don't really exist outside of your physical machination. But there are some people who are just animals. They don't want you to know this, but people have meat. You can eat them. You become a true grifter. It's true, boys. It's over. I can't wait to sell every fan who pay pig me's info to the feds. So I wouldn't say that even as a joke. That's a bit much. The tasteful PayPal docs button. There's so many options. Personally, I'm thinking Doomsday Cult, where the world is ending in 2024. Then I run off to Mexico with the donation days before the prophecy is fulfilled. Who cares? Pay pigs are subhuman. Let them give Ralph millions. I want content. I want blood. Grifter Rams making all the money for Grifter PPP, the golden age. Gumroad up to 920 a month, boys. Soon the Tesla will be mine. PPP can't even fit into a Tesla. I'm sorry, but I can't imagine. Those things are fucking ridiculous. Tesla, that's right. Okay. Imagine donating to Gator. Dear God, where the fuck are my donors at Godwinson? This stream is going to be my own personal hell. Fucking useless. Josh should beg on his knees for Percep to be the mod and pay him bigly. My disappointment is immeasurable. I can't believe the A-Logs couldn't even win a poll. I want to string Josh up for a meat hook for this. I don't even know what this is a reference to. A Twitter poll? I guess Jesse and Surfer did a show together, but yeah, for sure, Jesse makes $120,000 a month. Jesse waited too long to do the Snake tour. Leo Pirate has returned to debate Mormon Shaggy, I guess. This is like the loser bracket. This is like in Dota 2 when they're doing the international and they have like the winner upper bracket and the loser lower bracket. This is like the third wrong loser lower bracket where they have like the biggest retards slap fight each other. Okay, Perspicacity says, I say respond to interesting donos, ignore the rest. None of them are interesting. Just display them on stream. PPP says, pay pigs want interactivity. Perspicacity says, there are some that are topical. I mean, Rackets just responds to question he finds interesting and ignores most of them. Phil straight up tells the pay pigs what they are to say. That's funny. Listen, Purse was scamming everyone. We are scamming everyone till the wheels fall off, and we've made every last shekel we can. Show quality doesn't even matter. That's also clearly a joke. It's kind of hard. Like, I can just imagine him saying this in voice, and it would just be like, that's obviously a joke. Andy wins all the chargebacks, boys. It's going to happen. We need to get beyond Phil's level so all of us can be rich. Fuck the pay pigs. Fuck the guy with the dying dog the most. Imagine donating when your dog's dying. Oh, dude. I've gotten one of those now where it's like my cat's dying. It's like, it's sad, but it's like, I don't know. I don't want to show on people. It's like, that's why it's the worst one. Like, I want to complain about it because it's like a downer, but at the same time, I can't be like, why are you fucking telling me about your dead dog? I don't want to hear that. Nobody wants to hear that. Like, just saying that just makes me sound like a deranged asshole. Like, someone's paying me money to commiserate their utter emotional grief and torment, and you're just like, ew, you're doing the thing. Terrible, chat. I'm just terrible. I do feel bad for everybody with dead animals, by the way. Just letting you know, I'm not an asshole. PvP says, Josh isn't part of jack shit. He'll LARP. He was the mastermind behind everything. I am the unmoved mover, PPP. I am the original mastermind. He gets off on the constant mention of the farms. He's just mad Ralph doesn't mention his penis anymore. One corn joke, guys. One corn joke. Ralph was a millionaire. Total success till I made the corn joke. I didn't do that as a concession to overwhelming pressure over NP2. It was a master troll. No, I would actually disagree with that. I did not. I mean, kind of, because it was like the full context of that was that we have to sacrifice Ralph to the corn, because it was kind of a thing where it's like, dude, like he's going ape shit on fucking everybody, and it's fucking annoying, and it's entirely because they want to get at Ralph, and it's like, well, maybe we should sacrifice Ralph. It's not that I give myself credit that it's like people do. It's funny. And like as if, by the way, PPP, as if you don't say things that you know are a little bit gilding the lily because it's the funnier story to tell. It's 100% funnier to say that Ethan Ralph's complete and total psychiatric break and life decline was due to a corn joke. That's the funniest possible story, and it kind of is true. Andy is honestly asking me how to get an apartment. I believe that. Whatever was going on was clearly more than friendship. Like, what the fuck? You're 34. Believe that. How do I get a lease? What the fuck do you mean? How do you get a lease? That blows me away. He's literally asking me to look at apartment ads. I mean, it is kind of a big pain in the ass to get an apartment. I can see why. If you think his parents would help him, though, why can't his parents help him move out? They should be happy. They'd be doing 40-hour work weeks trying to find this motherfucker an apartment because he's getting the fuck out of their house. Now, this is Sticks Exenhammer 666 in DMs with Pay. Stick says, hey, dude, does Kino Casino host debates? Me and Spencer, I'm assuming Richard Spencer, are set to argue over fortunes and the free and anonymous net. PPP says we can host a special event, but no. This must be Andy Worski's side. PPP thinks it sounds fun also. When are you both available? And then Six says, shit, man, I'm sorry, but Ralph had already contacted Spencer at Lowell. I wanted to give you a shot because of the dumpster fire crap going on. He says, all good, one. That's fucking embarrassing. That Six was like, I want to have a debate, like a serious debate. Oh, of course, Ethan Ralph, the drunk serial philanderer living in Mexico, the fucking pill-popping retard. Six is one of those people who's just like such a fucking fag that it really like knocks you on your ass and makes you think, how the fuck does anyone listen to your dumb ass? How could anyone give a fuck about what you have to say? How would anyone give you fucking money to hear what you have to say? You dumb shit. Fucking moron. But yeah, we live in a society, chat. Pepe says, I'm messaging Sticks. Fuck Andy so hard. I'm so done, boys. Andy is so incompetent. Oh, he's mad about losing Sticks to Ralph. I mean, that is fucking... I'd be pissed too. Okay, he must have been super fucking angry about this. Okay, now that I know the context that he lost the Sticks thing to Ralph, he's like super pissed. He doesn't give a fuck about anything. He's worthless as shit. He lives... Percy Cassidy says, he lives on Twitter. There's no way he didn't see the message. It's so bizarre. PPP on Worski says, even if he was making $100,000 a week, he couldn't be bothered to send a DM to set up a show. He couldn't be fucked to even find one clip for content. For $1 million, he should be shot. Bruce McCaskey says, well, there's a transition plan. You're going to have to do a solo stream once a week or a show outside of Kiwi Farms. I don't know what KF means in this context. Like, in terms of internet drama? He blames living at his parents. It's just pathetic. I mean, honestly, I see a little bit of myself in this because I say really bombastic, over the top shit like something when I'm pissed off. Though I try not to say it about my staff. Like, then again, my staff never piss me off. I have really great staff. I almost never get really pissed at what people. Moderators on the forum do a great job. And he says, or PPP says, I have to sit here and tell this faggot that he makes the show. So he doesn't feel bad. The audience doesn't like me. I'm upset. Faggot, why don't you try to do something to make them like you? Trillon says, do people not understand why people hate him? Just read the thread. I'm referring to the forum, I guess. People make it pretty obvious. All he has to do is not read the thread and not read the comments. Just be a fucking man. Not everything can be the funniest thing ever. He knows right well the problems are. The worst is I'm going to get all the blame when this shit goes south. He's going to cry a river about my ego. This was before Andy got sober, so that's probably... If things have improved since then, that's probably a factor in it. Oh my god, there's so much of this. He doesn't deserve the money that he gets. He has one job other than running OBS to be a Rolodex and book guest. Sticks is going to give us the first crack at his debates from now on, but we lost the Spencer debate. Fuck, I hate Andy. I think a lot of people in chat would agree with that. I'm so mad it's beyond me. To tell the CEO of Odyssey to fuck off and now this. He didn't even message Andy Dick back for 9 hours. God damn it. He sure did. He asked Andy to agree to fight Ralph. It was a Jew scam. Honestly, he's probably on coke again. I'm officially seething. Dude, PvP has a lot of, like, he's in his right to be angry. Like, that's the show. Like, getting the Odyssey guy on, lining up a fight with Ralph, like that kind of shit. Andy Dick. Like, Andy Dick's like an actual celebrity. Getting him on your show is kind of your fucking job. But the dating of this means that it's, it's coke ski. So, you can only apply so much of this to, like, the current Kino Casino.
Hit the like button and be like, hey, yeah.
Okay, fuck you, Doom.
Goodbye. I'll do it like that show. Goodbye.
Shut up, Doom.
Doom, cool it. For the love of God. Come on.
Doom, you're gone again. That's it. I'm so sick of you anyway.